Yeah, let's get hyped, guys. How about that W? Woo. Hey, hey. Beautiful. There we go. Hey, welcome back, guys. What is happening? September 15, 2022. What it do? Coming off a big W tonight against the Los Angeles Chargers. They came into our house and they were tough early on. They gave us fits that first and second quarter. It came out the opening drive touchdown, and our defense, the secondary, is starting to question a little bit. We weren't getting a lot of pressure up front. We were getting a little bit there towards the start, but that front seven on both sides of the ball ended up making a difference towards the end. But very slow start, which we're used to seeing with the Chiefs by this point. Last week, the whole jumping out by 15 or 20 points pretty early on, it don't happen a whole lot with that Chiefs team, but it happened last week. This week we had a battle back. It was good to see. There was positives on both sides of the ball. There's things that both need improvement. Second week of the season. There's stuff we got to work on. That right side of the offensive line, Wiley and Smith finally got it clicking. There was a couple plays though where it was, Mahomes is getting pressured pretty good there for a while, but you got to take into consideration you had Bosa coming after you, Khalil Mack, Van Noy's nothing to scoff at. They got corners that they like to blitz to. There was a lot of pressure coming at them tonight. We're gonna switch to. I'm gonna pull up some of the stats here real quick. We as far as the game, well, we'll start out this way. Bets did not cover well for us tonight. 27-24 final out of GEHA Field at Arrowhead. Chiefs didn't cover point spread. That doesn't happen a lot in the Andy Reid era. He usually covers. The game didn't cover overall points either. Clyde, we knew Clyde he had I can't remember how many receiving yards Clyde had at the end of the game, but he had a pretty good night. Clyde has looked solid this year. The killer, though, oh my goodness. The Chiefs cover and the game hits the point spread if he gets the touchdown. I've always heard bettors talk about before, oh my God, those guys that fall at the 1 yard line. Clyde had a touchdown there. Oh my gosh, Clyde had a touchdown there. I don't think it would have made a lot of difference on our bets. Noah Gray didn't really get the end zone looks. They tried Fortson again. They had that one look to the left side to him, and that was about it there. Burton got a couple of touches again tonight. Didn't see a whole lot out of Juju or MVS Sky. Nothing, and not a lot out of the receiver course tonight. If Willie's not going to be on tonight. He's already passed out. He old man. Willie an old man. But we were talking during the game, and McCole, I don't know. There's still a lot of questions about that receiving core. Our running backs look like the lead receivers on the offense. Between McKinnon and Clyde, those dudes got the most of the receptions tonight. We'll pull up stats here in a second, but I don't know. The receivers, I'm still not sold on, guys. That's a tough play there. Our defense is solid. Defense looked very solid tonight. There was that zone coverage. It seems like it gets picked apart pretty easy. They hunkered down when they needed to. And oh my goodness, Watson jumping that route, being behind him to the left, and within a split second maneuvering in front of him to the right. That was a magnificent play. When he took that was pretty impressive. Let's see, Chiefs Chargers stats. Week 2. Herbert was the big passer this game. We know that he was low 300s. I think Herbert ended up being like low 300s here. Let me see if we can pull up stats. Yeah, 334. We'll pull this up real quick. Give me a second. We are going to blah 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 blah. Here we go. This will be all right. Get this pulled over a little bit. There we go. So we'll kind of go down the line here. But 334 to Mahomes 235. Not like, again, going back to the receivers, didn't see a whole lot out of Juju, MVS. None of the guys. Watson was the big receiver tonight, wasn't he? Watson was the one that had the couple big plays down the field. Rushing yards, Clyde had 74. Should have had 100 with a titty. But, you know, it happens. That's insane. Kelsey was our receiving leader tonight with 51 yards. That blows my mind that we won a game like that, where Mahomes didn't throw for over 250 yards. Kelsey got shut down tonight. But for a lot of our offensive players to get shut down and our defense to be able to set up or, step up and maintain, that's huge. That was really big. Let's go for overall team stats. Obviously, final score 27-24. Chiefs beat us in first downs. Offensive yards, we got them in rushing. They got us in passing. The interception, that was the big one. And we'll talk about key moments here in a second in the game. But I really had a key moment, and it was the almost interception. But we'll get to that shortly. Third down conversion rate, fairly solid. Not that many no fumbles, not that many penalties is what I mean. A couple sacks on that Chiefs D. Overall, solid game. So let's kind of break it down by the players. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. That pick there at the goal line, that was a big difference maker. Your rushing yards, look at that. That's beautiful. Shut them down. Receivers, again, our secondary. McDuffie's out. Watson had to step up. He delivered the big play tonight. But overall, the zone coverage in the secondary, it's spotty. It's pretty spotty at this point. Mike Williams, he was one of our big picks this week. He had the 113 yards and a touchdown. We were good there on that call. The Horvath, he got another touchdown this week, as well as Joshua Palmer. So they had a couple rando touchdowns here. Defense, J.C. Jackson. I mean, overall, their defense is solid. To be able to hold a high-powered offense to, right around 300 total yards. Is that what we were talking about? 319. Yeah, 319 yards. That's pretty impressive. So they'll give us fits. We'll have to play them at least one more time, and more than likely we'll see them in the playoffs again. But let's continue down. We'll pop over to the Chiefs side. Had Mahomes at 230-some. Let's see, rushing yards. Insane. Besides Clyde, no one else on the team really saw that many runs. It's pretty crazy. Receiving yards. Watson was 1 yard off for being the team's leading receiver. Kelsey came in at 51 yards. Watson had 50 with a titty. McKinnon had a titty tonight. Hardman, he had 3 for 49 yards. Clyde, 4 for 44. Clyde's been getting a lot of he's been a very solid dual threat. I was surprised to see that his receiving yards numbers were so low for this week going in. It was like 15.5. So I have to look a little bit more of the yardage instead of I don't know if we'll be going with the touchdown bets this coming week. You win some and you lose some. We lost betting, but overall the Chiefs come out of Arrowhead with the W, so we got to be happy with that. Quick shout out, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Cashed Out Gaming, and All Chiefed Out. All Chiefed Out on YouTube, Cashed Out Gaming on Twitch and YouTube. Schmidt Happens is also going to be on Twitch, as well as PlayStation. He plays on there quite a bit, so be sure to check his stuff out as well. So we'll probably be doing a little bit longer of a stream tomorrow. I just kind of wanted to hop on and cover overall stats, my thoughts of the game. The big game changer, though, was the almost interception that Mahomes had that ended up touching the ground. I don't even remember the Chargers player that almost had it, but instead of the interception, we follow up with the touchdown. And I think we're down 17-14 at that point, maybe. Might be down 17-14. So that was huge. That was huge, and then obviously the whole entire just flipped it game over. The pick six from Watson to put us up 27-17. Is that right? Is that where we're at that point? Or maybe 24. Maybe 24-17 is where it was at that point, I believe. I'm getting a little mixed up as far as the numbers there. I'll have to go back and watch the coverage on NFL Plus. I thought that Amazon Prime did a good job at covering the game tonight. There really wasn't any hiccups. Kirk Herbstreit, Al Michaels did a fantastic job, so I was pretty pleased with them. What else is there to really talk about? Dunlap is getting pressure again. I thought that he was a really nice add to the team. Hey, what up, Chris? Welcome back, dude. Good to see you, man. How about that W for the Chiefs? Yes. Yes, sir. Big W tonight at home. It was looking grim for a while. It really was. It's unfortunate that the Chiefs didn't cover the point spread. But, you know, at least they got the W. So, what you got going on tonight, dude? You catch any of the game at all? Pretty good game. I thought both sides of the ball showed a lot of grit tonight. A lot of grit and gravy, you know. Driving, that's safe. Where are you driving to, man? Trucking now, huh? Big time trucker. On the road again. Nah, I won't do it to y'all. I can't wait till y'all on the road again. Oh. You did miss a good game tonight, though. Very solid performance. And Mahomes didn't even have to do, like... But I don't know. We won a tough game. That's what it comes down to. And Colorado taking pictures for... Nice! Did you know I lived out in Colorado for a couple years? We're going to get off on a tangent for a second. But I lived in the northern part of Denver in Arvada, Colorado. Suburb of Denver. But I made it out to... I never went to like the western plains part of the state, but I was up in the mountains all the time. Loveland, just a lot of different places. A lot of different places when I lived out there. I miss it. I definitely miss it sometimes. But it's nice being back here in Missouri too. This ain't too bad of a state. Oh, so definitely nice to see something out of Watson tonight. Watson and Watson. Both Watsons. Offense and defense. Colorado Springs. That's where, so when I lived out in Denver, I got carjacked. I got held up at gunpoint, got my car stolen. Ended up finding my car in Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is weird. Because you got like Garden of the Gods and all sorts of like really beautiful landscape there. But man, Colorado Springs is rough. Rough. Ooh. I gotta drink real quick. I'll be right back. That big rip. Big rip. You know who I think deserves to be paid after that game, though? Orlando Brown Jr. looked solid. Orlando Brown Jr. looked really solid on that left side of the line tonight. You're going to hear me talking a lot about the front line on both sides of the ball this year. Front seven on defense and then our offensive line. They are impressing me so much. Defense is getting pressure in the quarterback. Herbert, I hate to see a guy get banged up. I really like to see him lead his team healthy at the end of that game, but that's a part of the game. It's still impressive. He's at least got bruised ribs. At least. We were sitting there on the couch, and my girlfriend Chris, she kept saying, she's like, poor guy. I'm like, no, fuck that. He gets paid millions of dollars. Don't give me the poor guy bullshit. Don't give me the poor guy bullshit. Yeah, so, huge drop down as far as passing yards in this game. The Chargers really contained us. There's a lot of questions in that receiver core right now. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, if you take, like, besides Juju, there wasn't a receiver that did crap week one. I don't know. I'm not quite sold on this receiver group yet. Wasn't impressed with them. When are you anticipating being back from Colorado? Are you heading all the way through tonight? Is this my... Oh, yeah, this is. I don't want to scratch a bug with that. I've made that drive before. Couple times. Oh. Alright. Let's pull up the old FanDuel Sportsbook real quick. Oh. I really don't care if it shows my email. I ain't too worried about it. I don't want to download the plugin. Yes, I know my location's restricted. We want to look at some of the bets for this weekend, right? This is kind of what I want to dig in and see what we got here. So, some of our noon matchups. We got the Commanders who will be traveling to Detroit to face the Lions. Restore the Roar is favored by 1.5. I like them more than that. Detroit was really, really tough last week against the Eagles at home, barely losing that game. I like the Lions in this game. Really do. Jets and Browns. Browns almost by, essentially a touchdown. Touchdown favorite in this game. I think the Browns will win. I think they'll cover as well. It's just a tough call. Buccaneers and Saints. I don't think Tom Brady is going to give us 2 terrible games in a row. I just don't see it happening. Jameis Winston, no faith. and no faith in that guy. This one's a toss-up. I'd stay away from this game. Panthers at Giants. I'm going to go with the home team, Giants. But again, probably a game that I would stay away from. Patriots and Steelers. Neither team looked that impressive. I'm surprised the Patriots are being favored going in to Pittsburgh. But we're taking Pittsburgh. Colts and Jaguars. Jaguars are the underdogs at home. Colts didn't look that impressive. I think Colts might be trying to look ahead to the Chiefs. Go Jaguars here. Dolphins and Ravens, another one of my upset specials. I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Ravens. The Dolphins, they're going to be tough this year. They look really, really solid against the Patriots. And granted, the Patriots aren't the Patriots of old. Their offense isn't that great. Defense is still pretty solid, but they put up 20 points on them. Falcons and Rams. Rams by 10.5. No. This is insane. This is straight insane. Seahawks, 49ers. Are you kidding me? The only big point spread I'm taking this week that's over a touchdown is maybe the Bengals. Maybe the Bengals. Maybe the Packers. Boom. So if we bet these games, 11-leg parlay. Just betting those games at the point spread. See, I'd almost take the Bears in that one. I hate saying I love my Packers, but we'll get into a little bit more of the sports betting tomorrow. Essentially, I just wanted to kind of hop on here real quick and for one, make sure I could do the screen capture and everything like that, so it looks pretty solid. Yeah, 10.5 hours ain't a bad drive, but that's still a drive, man. That's still a pretty long drive. But we're going to hop off for the night. Again, a short stream. Just want to kind of get my thoughts on the game while it's fresh. We're going to look through some of the footage on the NFL Plus app tomorrow. Willie and I will probably do a stream tomorrow evening is the plan. So y'all take care. Have a good evening. Chris, you drive safe. Get home safe. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you all. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe. All Chiefed Out on YouTube. Check me out, Cashed Out Gaming on Twitch. Schmidt Happens on Twitch. And DJ Nick Niemeyer also on Twitch. Y'all have a good evening.